Hi friends, welcome back. We are steaming right along with the Williams Mug Soap Challenge. There's only a little bit left in there, and so today I'm just on a mission of consumption. I've got a pretty good thing going here. We're using the Captain's Choice bowl. I'm going to put a little bit more water into it and just kind of whip it up here. But the puck itself, or what's left of it, is laying here in the bottom. You can see that little miscolored part. It's a little less than 1/8 of an inch thick, but if you're going to mass consume, you just keep loading right on top of it, and that makes a pretty dense, thick, nice lather there, and that's what we're going to use today. And of course, we're continuing on with our Gillette Platinum. With this much heavy load, I probably won't even need to do a whole lot of preparation. The blade is starting to reach the end of its service life, I think, or it's reaching a different level. It's degrading just a little bit. Not bad, it's still serviceable, but I noticed that it's maybe not quite as keen as it was before. And that's to be expected. We're about, right at about 30 shaves on it. We're almost 28 or 29. I'll have to look at the tally. But, well, pulls a little bit on the cheeks. So what I would do to minimize that feeling is to do a bunch of little small strokes instead of one big stroke. You do little strokes like this, it chops them off, and you don't get as much pulling that way. You can do this with pretty much any blade that's not quite ready for prime time or is kind of getting old, like this one. It's a place where I'm going to get the maximum tugging is the line right across here, where the hair on my throat goes this way and then this way. There's like a ridge there of craziness. When I do little tuggies like that, little it goes right through them, and then what seems like magically to happen, after you mow down the first pass, not so much on the cheeks here, but I'll do some more on the chin. Your whiskers, instead of cutting, when you're cutting with the not great blade, it'll pull a little bit like this and then snap them off. And so when you're at an angle here, you see how much more area you have to cut. When it's short, then it's back up like this, and your skin is anchoring it, and the blade's coming across it, and it'll be a little easier to cut. So subsequent passes after the first one on a blade that doesn't have a super good edge on it anymore, second and third passes aren't so bad. So that's something to put away in your toolkit. Some of my friends on the Shaving Cadre who are doing the same challenge have finished their pucks, and I'm not far behind, but I don't shave as often and skipped a few, so I'm a little bit behind their schedule, but still enjoying the soap. It's nice and slick. It doesn't have much of a fragrance to it. So I'm skipping from going from experimenting with it to now seeing how much soap I can use at once. For me, this is going direct against the grain, and I'm taking advantage of that trick I was showing you with the, so if the hair has the inclination to be like this, I'm pushing it back up to vertical and then cutting the short axis of the hair. That's also probably the flushest you're going to get with the skin, and that's what you're shooting for with the single edge blade. You're trying to get the whiskers flush. You're not trying to pull them out, lift and, what do they call it? Lift and cut, pulling the blade, the hair out a little bit to cut it off, which is kind of the design strategy between those, for those multiple blade razors with all the extra blades. They say they lift, pull the blade, pull the hair out, and then cut it off. Well, that's why they feel like they're not sharp razors. Because I don't think they're quite as sharp. That's just me thinking. When you got a blade that's designed to cut it off on the first try, it doesn't pull or drag. And when I'm doing this now on just the residual slickness with the soap, it's catching some of the whiskers, but it's not tugging or pulling at all, even with nearly 30 shaves on it. That's the advantage you're going to get with the single edge, or what we call the DE razor or foil razor. These are, in my view, better for you than the multi-blade razors. Okay. Rinsed off, it feels very smooth. Also, because I'm doing it feels like you're getting multiple passes on the same whiskers. So you have the potential for maybe a little closer shave that way. No problems with the alum. So we're gonna hit ourselves up with some somebody's chatting at me down here. With some witch hazel, Thayer's lemon in this case. And then we'll finish that up with some Dollar Spice or Family Dollar Old Spice. Found this on the shelf there and forgotten about it. And I'm liking it, so I'm just going to use it up. Kind of get myself some more space on the shelf. That's it for today's shave. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. Please leave a like and subscribe if you're so inclined. I'm Major Rich. You find me at theshavingcodger.com. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.